And you're doing that because it's your job.
Yes,
right?
Senator.
Okay. Some people say that you're being overly mean and unfair to foreign nationals who are in our country illegally. Would you care to address that?
I don't think I've been called mean recently, but
No, you've been called worse.
I was going to say probably a lot worse.
Yeah.
We will do everything in our power to get the illegal aliens out of our country who are committing crimes in our country. I have met with way too many family members who are parents, mothers, whose children have been murdered and raped by illegal aliens in our country. If that's mean, then I want to be as mean as I can be. Because we're going to get them out of our country and we're going to protect Americans.
We can agree, can we not, that legal immigration is legal?
Absolutely.
Okay.
If that's mean, I want to be as mean as I can be. That was AG Pam Bondi's fiery response when Senator John Kennedy challenged her critics on immigration enforcement. This Senate exchange was sharp, emotional, and deeply revealing.
When you took over the Department of Justice and started going through all of the grants under your predecessor, did you find any that, in your opinion, constituted a waste of taxpayer money?
Yes, Senator. I don't have those specifically in front of me, but yes, Senator, there were many, and we are now going through those grants one by one. We are going through each of those grants because at the Department of Justice, we have a very obviously unique function in public safety. I will never let a grant be cut that's hurting women, victims of sexual assault, children, law enforcement officers. So we will look at those, each grant individually, to see what is fluff, what is DEI, no longer at the Department of Justice, and what are viable grants. And that money will go where it should go to protect victims of crime and our law enforcement officers.
That's your job, isn't it?
Yes, Senator.
Okay. And you're doing that because it's your job.
Yes,
right?
Senator.
Okay. Some people say that you're being overly mean and unfair to foreign nationals who are in our country illegally. Would you care to address that?
I don't think I've been called mean recently, but
No, you've been called worse.
I was going to say probably a lot worse.
Yeah.
We will do everything in our power to get the illegal aliens out of our country who are committing crimes in our country. I have met with way too many family members who are parents, mothers, whose children have been murdered and raped by illegal aliens in our country. If that's mean, then I want to be as mean as I can be. Because we're going to get them out of our country and we're going to protect Americans.
We can agree, can we not, that legal immigration is legal?
Absolutely.
Okay. And we can agree, can we not, that illegal immigration is illegal?
Yes, Senator.
Okay. If you don't like the statutes with respect to illegal immigration, you can change them. But if you enforce them, as Congress has directed you to do, you're not being mean, you're just doing your job, aren't you?
Yes, Senator.
Okay. When you prosecute someone who's in our country illegally, not necessarily for a criminal matter, but just to enforce our immigration laws, are you careful to afford them due process?
Yes, Senator.
Okay. And would you consider that to be one of your priorities in terms of enforcing the laws against illegal foreign nationals?
Yes, Senator. I've been in a courtroom my entire career, and due process will be afforded.
Okay.
And the laws of this country will be enforced.
Could it be that some of the people who are criticizing you simply think that illegal immigration shouldn't be illegal?
Absolutely. Absolutely. But we will protect Americans. We will protect American families. We will protect these mothers of lost children who are murdered by illegal aliens. We will protect the widow of the trooper who was run down by an illegal alien and left a baby at home.
Let me stop you a second, General. I'm going to run out of time. Could it be that some of the people who are criticizing you, saying you're mean and otherwise for enforcing the law, believe that the border, we should have open borders. They believe that anyone should be able to come into and out of the United States whenever they want to. Could that be the motivation for that?
It could be, Senator.
Could it be that some of the people who are opposed to you think that by just allowing everybody to come into our country who wants to could help them in terms of winning elections? Could that be part of their motivation?
Well, Donald Trump won by an overwhelming majority. He won the electoral and the popular vote by an overwhelming majority, and he made it crystal clear to all Americans that he was going to close our borders and keep Americans safe. So they're running on the wrong platform.
That's what the law requires, right?
That's the law.
And you're just enforcing the law, is that right?
Absolutely.
Okay, thanks.
I will continue to.
Senator Kennedy begins with a fiscal punch. Did you find any grants that were a waste of taxpayer money? Pam Bondi doesn't hesitate. Many, she says, and confirms the DOJ is reviewing each grant individually. This reflects a shift away from certain equity-focused initiatives, with Bondi explicitly naming DEI as an area being reconsidered. She emphasizes protecting victims and law enforcement, framing her DOJ as prioritizing public safety over politics. It's not just about waste. Bondi is signaling a broader policy reset, quietly scrubbing progressive-era funding choices. Kennedy then shifts gears. Some say you're being mean to illegal immigrants. Bondi's reply? If that's mean, I want to be as mean as I can be. She stresses that her department will remove undocumented individuals committing crimes, linking her stance to real families who lost loved ones. She paints a moral, not just legal, justification for strict enforcement. This positions her DOJ in line with hardline immigration policy, potentially influencing funding, deportation priorities, and public messaging. Kennedy ensures she confirms one critical principle: are you affording due process? Bondi, a former courtroom prosecutor, replies unequivocally, yes. That moment reinforces that legality and compassion can coexist in policy rhetoric. Kennedy is helping Bondi distance herself from xenophobia while holding firm on law enforcement. Then comes the political framing. Kennedy asks, could critics of your immigration stance simply want open borders? Bondi agrees and doubles down, referencing former President Trump's tough border policies and claiming popular support for strict enforcement. This isn't just oversight, it's campaign narrative groundwork. Bondi aligns enforcement with democratic legitimacy. Trump won on this. The people support it. What's your take? Was AG Bondi simply doing her job, or was there more behind her tone and message? Let me know in the comments below. And if you want sharp, fact-based breakdowns of every major hearing, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. We've got more coming.